It's Jeremy coming to you with another car video.
Look how close you parked. Stop filming me. Calm down. The bitch ass hoe.
Sorry.
That told me to calm down.
What are people mad at me for now? Not checking my emails in a timely manner. Can you please leave me the fuck alone? Fuck off!
No. Because what I'm trying to say. Don't even look at me like that.
Well, that's retarded.
Disparu said before, earlier today, or technically tomorrow, he told me he was really looking forward to retards and cars.
You mean yesterday? I didn't tell it you tomorrow. We'd be traveling back in time.
He told me tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow for him because we're
That's
like
funny.
it's all out there.
What am I looking at? What is this Disparu? And don't say retarded car, because clearly it's a retard in a car, but I mean, like, what is that?
It's someone that would get banned in China, I think.
That's so true. All right, let's see what they're fucking saying.
U.S. military general.
One of the things that I've learned since changing my pronouns to they, them,
Oh, no.
is that if people really care about you, then they're going to get your pronouns right. The whole, well,
I
I'm
don't
used
care
to
about
you
you.
using she, her pronouns, so it's really hard for me to remember. Excuse is like not cutting it anymore. It's absolute bullshit. Like if you went your whole life saying, oh, the earth is flat, and then one day somebody tells you the earth isn't flat, the earth is actually round, are you going to be like, well, that's too hard for me to remember, so I'm just going to say that the earth is flat? Like for me, if I'm talking to someone and they're like not actively trying to remember to use the correct pronouns, or I have to repeatedly correct them like over and over again, it just shows me that they're really not trying to even respect my identity. Like you're not even trying. And those people can go fuck themselves, because I should only have to remind you once. It's that easy. One of the things that I've learned since
problem
changing my
is it's not a correct pronoun. In the English language, they, them isn't the correct pronoun for an individual person. So when you are brought up in society and you are taught in school that there is a she, her, or a her, she, and there's a he, him, and then when there's a group of people, that's a they, them, because it's a group, they, or them, how are we supposed to fucking... And then I see you and you sound, talk, act like a woman, and I'm supposed to, oh, I'm sorry, they. It sounds fucking retarded when you speak.
They was good at maths.
How
That's the
ridiculous
sentence
does
they're
that
asking for.
sound?
No, they should have said they was good at English.
Well, it's the same thing. They was good at isn't English. It's not.
Yeah.
You're asking for the entire reconstruction of the English language. But there's so many layers to this, and there's so many different problems. Like, you should do this because you should respect me, and if I have to tell you more than once, go fuck yourself.
You. Yeah,
That's really respectful, isn't it? Respect is earned. It's not given. It's not something you deserve. By treating that person respectfully, they will be more likely to respect you. So if they get it wrong and you're not an arse about it, they're actually more likely to do it the next time, because actually it takes people multiple times to learn something. I am terrible at names, right? It doesn't matter how many times I've spoken to you. Unless I have regular contact with you, I'm probably going to forget your name. I just remember things by description easier. That's just how my brain works. And so something like this would be complicated. And even if I liked the person and respected them and I would try, I might slip up. I don't know. You literally got 34 years of me not doing it. It's quite hard to break. And if you actually treat me with respect, I'm more likely to actually try harder the next time. But you come in like this, no, I don't care.
But when somebody comes up to you and goes, oh, where are they? What does that mean to you?
You mean like that group of people we were just with before?
That's
They're
right.
Just down the road getting some ice cream.
They're outside having a cigarette. I'm not talking about one person outside having a cigarette. The person who came over and said, where are they, isn't asking about one person. That's not how the English language works. I don't care that this is how you feel Thank you, Ben Shapiro. Facts don't care about your fucking feelings, you dumb fucking retards.
My wife's a doctor.
And it causes more problems in other languages. There are languages that don't have pronouns. So what are you going to do then? Are you going to get annoyed because they're treating you non-binary?
Could you imagine trying to translate that into another language? A person's talking about an individual and they're saying they, and the translator now has to translate they as an individual in that language to that other person. How fucking stupid.
But this has happened with so much stuff. Every single time they change the language, they move from something that was created specifically to act as a specific self-contained piece of information to give details to the other person, which is the entire point of language. And they move to something which is simultaneously longer and gives you less information. So you've got things like, let's say, insane. Insane tells you something. It tells you that someone is actually mentally ill. But they will say something like, this person is mentally divergent, which just means different than other people. Well, are they mentally ill or are they autistic or what? You can't tell because they have removed the very specific piece of information. So that person can't be offended, which removes how you identify that person. And these people are so obsessed with identity and simultaneously make language which can't identify a thing. It doesn't make any sense at all.
And just because you shaved your head doesn't mean that I'm going to fucking know to call you a they, them. You still sound like a chick. I'm sure you've still got tits, and I'm sure you've still got hips, and I'm sure you've still got fucking all these feminine qualities, and you expect people to fucking... And it's exactly like you said. You've got more of a chance of a person going, okay, I'll try and remember that when you approach it respectfully.
Yes. I'm actually more than willing to use... basically what, because it doesn't mean much to me, but I have to like you as a person and respect you as a person, and it means that you're going to have to do the same back to me. Because if you act like this, people are just going to go, I don't care, and it's like that about the flat. It's not relevant. Like literally, what one is an objective fact, and the other is your individual assessment of yourself that you would prefer somebody else use. And the thing is with language does not change very quickly. It changes over hundreds of years. The only point of language is to communicate what's inside my head into your head. And that means that we all have to agree on the exact definitions of words. And if you go and change something, it has to filter throughout all of society, which takes hundreds of years. And that's what they forget. You can't just be 20 and think you can correct the English language, which has existed since before any, like, you can take your family tree back as far as you want. It doesn't even begin to go back as far as the English language. So it's arrogance. It's arrogance. You think you know better than literally every single other person that has ever existed on this planet.
It's retarded.
Yep.
Yes, if you want to say it in one word.
It's retarded.
It's a retard in a car.
Hey, speaking of the dictionary,
really
what's the
was looking forward to this.
What's the one word that's spelt incorrectly in every dictionary?
Gullible.
Think about it. What's the one word that's spelled incorrectly in every dictionary?
Incorrectly.
Correct.
All right, let's move on to Tard number 2. Right? Okay, Tard number 2, boys. Oh my god.
That one was pretty retarded. That's going to be a hard one to top.
Number 1 came out swinging. I don't know. I'm getting some vibes from this one.
This is just your friendly reminder that you are not blessed. You are privileged. Not hashtag blessed, hashtag privileged. So when you post pictures of your beautiful vacation or your healthy children or your lovely home and you write hashtag blessed, you are offensive because you were not chosen as one of God's favorites. You were given opportunities that other people were not, including access to healthcare, a job, health insurance, and there are many people in this world who are oppressed who do not have access or opportunity to have the things that you have. So you are not some man in the sky's favorite because you are better than others. You are privileged, and that's okay. Just use your privilege in a positive way, and remember that you are not hashtag blessed.
Okay.
That makes me fucking angry.
Yeah.
There's quite, I think I gotta play that one again. There's quite a bit to that one.
This is just your friendly reminder that you are not blessed. You are privileged. not hashtag blessed, hashtag privileged. So when you post pictures of your beautiful vacation or your healthy children or your lovely home and you write hashtag blessed, you are offensive because you were not chosen as one of God's favorites. You were given opportunities that other people were not, including access to healthcare, a job, health insurance. And there are many people in this world who are oppressed who do not have access or opportunity to have the things that you have. So you are not some man in the sky's favorite because you are better than others. You are privileged, and that's okay. Just use your privilege in a positive way. And remember that you are not hashtag blessed.
So again, we're changing the definitions of the words because blessed now means the same thing as privileged. But the one thing that I'm curious about is like when LeBron James gets up and says, "Oh, I've been blessed with these skills to play basketball and stuff like that." Is it the same thing? Is he just been given the privilege to be able to have the skills to play basketball at an elite level? Like, and this chick, I hate the way this fucking smile.
I saw what Daniel said. And Daniel was going to make one of the points I wanted to make. This lady is privileged, a car and a smartphone.
Yeah, but
not just that. Look at the women in Afghanistan. If you want a perfect example of how privileged you are literally a woman in the West, one of the most privileged groups to have ever existed on the face of the planet. And you use that privilege, your idea of using your privilege to good is to go on TikTok and bitch about how everyone else isn't blessed. If we want to take the religious angle, firstly, if you want to take that talent is genetic, I think we can all agree that basketball is genetic to a degree because there's sort of height and everything else. That seems like a pretty good idea of being blessed by good genes, which, if you are religious, would mean that you came from God. So even in the exact definition of the word, it's still actually correct. But also, you've got the whole idea of earning something. You worked for it. You practiced. That effort means that you deserve it.
Well, the thing that I look at is, so if I take a photo, I'm at my Christmas family dinner, right? And I take a photo and I put that up on Instagram and it's in my, nice house, nice big table, family sitting around eating a nice Christmas meal. And I write blessed. Hashtag blessed. That's all I put with the photo. I'm a racist. It's basically inherently racist to just say that I'm blessed. Does it work the other way around? Again, I asked this chick, have you ever put any of the photos of the things that you have and been proud of posting that, been proud of owning that? Whether or not you've written the hashtag blessed after it, I'm sure you've posted it to show off your fucking shit.
Yeah, she's conflating the two definitions. You have like the from God definition, which is basically what she's trying to use, but also people use the word blessed to just mean I am thankful for this. It is like Thanksgiving. It is literally to be grateful for the food and everything else that you've got because you know that other people don't have that. That is the other side of that statement. When you are grateful for something because you appreciate that other people don't, and you are thanking essentially God for what you have.
Yeah.
And she's conflating that. And this is kind of what I mean about how in the 1950s society would enforce a certain thing. This is shame. She's trying to make people feel ashamed for what they have, feel ashamed for working something, gaining something, and being thankful for it. You shouldn't do that. You should get away from it. You shouldn't feel like you earned something or be thankful. You should actually just give it away to everyone else. So I guess you're going to give away your house and your car and everything else you own because you don't deserve it. You just got given it.
She hasn't had sex in ages.
She shames you because of the way you were born, because of the color of your skin, essentially, when you come out and be born. Because I bet you, if, again, any black person out there was to write a thing and write blessed after it, that goes against her narrative. So she doesn't believe that that person is inherently racist or that writing blessed is offensive. That's what she's trying to get at, that it's offensive to write blessed on a post, right? When you're thanking God or whatever for the things that you have. But does it work the other way around when any black person, any Asian person, whether or not they would write blessed after it?
I don't think she actually brought up race.
She didn't. She didn't. But where does this come from? Where does all of this privilege stuff come from?
It comes from the Marxist idea that everyone should have the same thing, and if you don't, there's something wrong. That's
Yeah, and it comes from the idea that
Communism.
we were
Yes,
brought
listen.
up because of the color of our skin inherently racist.
This is the idea that if every single person on Earth isn't equal, then there's something wrong and there's some fundamental problem with that.
Yeah.
Rather than some people work harder than others and etc.
She didn't specifically say a race, but again, I would question her on whether or not a black person could put a post out there and say blessed after it, and she would still have the same opinion of that person. Is that person now not blessed but privileged? Based on this video, yes, the answer should be yes. But based on the kind of person that I think she is, the answer would actually be no. And then she immediately becomes a hypocrite.
I think she would say, yes, they are privileged, but not as much as other people.
Yeah, but there's no but in the sentence. She's clearly stating that if you put a hashtag, like, I'm not going against you. I'm just saying, like, that's where she's laying her bed. But when the narrative was to go the other way, I don't think she'd say yes because it catches her out.
I mean, let's face it, this is someone which has read a book or they've seen a video. This isn't their ideas. Yeah. She hasn't even thought about this that complex. I don't even know she'd be able to give you an answer. This is literally virtue signaling because she wants the attention. She wants everything else. And it's like, oh, I did this. And I think it sounded really deep to me. The amount of things people say that they think are deep and everyone else listens to them like, what on earth are you talking about?
I hope you learned something.
Yes, it's the little educational tone. I'm above you. I'm smarter than you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Pay attention to me. It's like, oh.
Look, she's fucking retarded too.
She's fucking retarded. All right, we got one more retard. My God, man. We got some fucking bangers tonight, don't we? Wow. All right, so final tard of the week.
Cruella?
Hold up, sorry. I gotta turn that up.
I want to show you the email I sent in response to my teacher saying they won't be using my pronouns this semester. I'm sorry, I think there was a misunderstanding here. You seem to think I'm making some kind of a request. I was just informing you of my correct name and pronouns so you know how to refer to me. Intentionally misgendering a student is actively creating a hostile learning environment and discriminating on the basis of gender identity. That goes against the school's non-discrimination statement. I know you wouldn't want to do that. I'm sure you understand that I expect to be treated with at least basic levels of respect and human decency in the classroom. I look forward to meeting you in class next week and working with you through the semester. Regards, Dave. They, them.
Oh, it's that whole thing about respecting my pronouns and respecting, like, again, you're telling this to a teacher who is actually there to teach you how to use the English language correctly or there to teach you how to do math or whatever, right? And your expectation is that when this person reads your name out and says Rebecca, it's a they, them, not a she, her. Like, what the fuck? Again, it's just retarded. I've had enough of these dumb fucking... Ugh. Anyone else want to say something? Because this fucking dumb bitch is a dumb bitch.
Oh, man. This is a tough one.
Did you notice what she did? She literally did the stereotype thing of, it's a nice job you got there, be shame if something happened to it. That's a threat. And she knows it's a threat and proud of it being a threat. Or what? I don't think she got... They, them. Was very proud of it. See that though? I literally just heard it and I had to think back and remember what it was because it is not instinctual and that's how you use language.
It naturally comes out as she when we're talking about her, right? That's how it naturally comes out of us. And then because we hear ourselves say it and we know that this person wants to be called a they, them, we've got to go back and correct ourselves. But the problem is that the correction's too late, even still, I reckon. It's never good enough for these people.
Exactly. Like, if that happened to me in real life and I was talking to this person and then they said, I'm sorry, I'd prefer you use this, I'd go along with it. I don't want to intentionally, like, make someone feel bad. I'm more than willing to... If somebody came up to me and said, I want to be called the dragon that rules the world, I'd probably just do it. I don't really care that much. But if I did that and I got that letter... Now you're the one being disrespectful. Now you're threatening me, and you can't put up with that because if people threaten you and that they get away with it, you get threatened more. Like that's everybody knows this, and so
that's where
it's
you
the
and I
very
are different. Even if a person said to me, "Oh, can you please call me they them?" I'd be like, "Get fucked."
Well, the thing, I'm not that bothered. If it makes someone feel better, then whatever.
I know.
But I do expect, like, the human interaction, that if I get it wrong, you're going to be okay with it.
Yeah.
If you're going to be militant, and especially as this is the literal first response, in that, I don't even know which one to use in that situation. For them to use that as the first response is like, if someone does something minor to you, they're like, right, we're going to invade now. If a country mispronounces your name on the news, and you're like, right, we're just going to nuke them. That's the first response.
Yeah.
You go from 0 to 10 real quick.
Where are the
nuclear
launch codes? Yeah.
Like, do you honestly think if they'd gone up to the teacher and explained and gone, actually, this is a big deal to me, and I think it's important, and it really makes me upset when you get it wrong. Do you think the teacher would still hold the same thing, or do you think that actually there's a bit of give and take when you communicate with people?
Mm-hmm. Wow. All right, Lyndon, who are you voting for? 1, 2, or 3?
I said 2.
You voted for number 2? Okay. Rhino, who are you voting for, mate?
I still went with number 1.
You went with number 1? Okay. Disparu?
I'm 1 as well.
Went for number 1. Okay, so the results are number 1 at 24%, number 3 at 24%, and number 2 at 53%.
Ooh.
And number 2 took the cake.
Number 2 has won retards in cars this week. Man, that was some of the most retarded retards in cars
it is
ever. Those
really
fuckers are fucking
They're revolving.
retarded.
Yeah.
Wow, what a week for retards in cars. I'm looking forward to cutting that up and uploading that section, because those people were fucking retarded.
It's Jeremy coming to you with another car video.
Look how close you park. Stop filming me. Calm down. The bitch ass hoe.
Sorry.
That told me to calm down.
What are people mad at me for now? Not checking my emails in a timely manner. Can you please leave me the fuck alone? Fuck off!
No. Because what I'm trying to say. Don't even look at me like that.
Well, that's retarded.